shave and that, and then she came out of the bathroom, she said, "Oh, your head looks a bit sort of eggish."
She's right.
She always worries about when I have a shave, because I just,
That's your girlfriend, Carl.
I know.
Saying that.
Yeah.
Just think, so don't worry about Heat saying it. The funny thing is, it's Boyd Hilton, I think, of Heat that wrote it.
And he's got a little bald head.
Yeah, they don't slag him off.
Yeah, but on the end of his review, does he say, written by Baldy Boyd? No, because it doesn't matter, it's a magazine. Don't worry about it.
Looking forward to the wedding?
A bit boring, isn't it? But
They're probably listening. Should we do a shot?
It'll be a great day for them, but I know what will happen. Suzanne will see, all the fuss and that, and then she'll get ideas, and I'll have to let her down and all that.
Why is it you don't want to get married again? I always forget.
It's just, who's it for at the end of the day? I've been with Suzanne for 11 years, right?
Sure.
We're happy. Well, I am.
That's what counts.
You're never happy.
I am. I'm all right.
Yeah, no, you're happy with Suzanne and everything, but apart from that, you're never happy. You are the most grumpy, moany thing in the world. I mean, I get annoyed, but I'm always happy. I was annoyed here, I was happy coming here, but there was a bloke behind me walking and scuffing his feet. He had a pair of those stupid skulls on, and he was clicking and scuffing. Wear some shoes, you don't have to click. Pick your feet up. Flip-flops annoy me. But I'm happy, I'm just annoyed. You are just like, the world's on me. It's rubbish, this. I know the world's great, it's just sometimes people annoy me by being there, But Steve said I should be locked in one of those towers that princesses used to be locked in fairy tales, because everything annoys me. But you're grumpy.
I'm not, I'm alright.
Oh, right, okay, listen, we better play a record soon, but coming up, Steve, I went away with Carl, okay? It was a little present from Jane. It was a golfing day. I could take someone, took Carl. It was a brilliant day, absolutely brilliant. But it ended with us sort of drinking and chatting and me saying, right, I'm going to bed. Because Carl said the most ridiculous thing he has ever said. Think of that.
That's something.
Oh, sometimes, Carl, I think you're on another planet. Another Girl, Another Planet by The Only Ones. What a song.
Amazing.
One of my favourite intros ever. Dr. Fox disagreed with me. His favourite ever was, I think, Money for Nothing, if I remember correctly.
Interesting.
Yeah,
another great tune.
Yeah, another great tune. I'm not knocking him.
If you'd like to let us know what your favourite intro of all time.
That number again is over. Right. Well, we got so much there to get through.
Well, sorry, let me just get I don't quite understand. You were given a gift. And the gift was a golfing day of golf.
And for my Christmas present, part of my Christmas present from Jane, a night away, 2 rooms, 2 rounds of golf, dinner for 2, right?
But not with her, I know.
Well, she doesn't play, no, she knew, no, it was a present, we were playing golf. It was a golfing day, she doesn't play golf, so I had to choose someone to take away. Sorry, it wasn't a romantic meal.
No, that was my immediate thought.
Yeah, me and Carl just getting in there in the jacuzzi together.
It just sounds like an excuse for Jane to have a day off from you. Well, you don't play golf, Joe. I know, go.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself.
A bowling ball with my name on it. So, chose Carl, obviously. We went, it was a great day, wasn't it? Brilliant round of golf, absolutely brilliant. Such a beautiful place in Stoke Poges, it's like a really posh place.
And are you a good golf player?
Well, we'll get to that.
Well, he bought the shoes especially for it.
Oh, I'd love to tune in these little shoes.
I know, and they were no good because they were metal spikes. We had to change them. He was annoyed straight away. He spent over £22 on these golf shoes. We hired a buggy that was brilliant fun. I was bombing along, wasn't I? I don't drive, but it was great on that buggy. Well, you've been on a buggy with me, and you were a bit scared.
Yeah.
What? I nearly killed us once. I was just taking banks and things, but you don't see sort of bunkers, and he screamed, "Stop!" And he put his foot down the brake, and then I reversed.
At one point he sort of did a handbrake turn next to the lake, and then we had to reverse, right? And you just flick a switch and put your foot down. He did that without looking. I looked behind, there's a big oak tree there.
Screams, watch the tree, right? So
cheap to the hazard.
I kept jumping leaving him behind because I had to go to my ball. Because anyway, the first shot, I got on the driver. I honestly did one of the best shots I've ever done. It went straight down. It was great. I thought, phew, got away with that. Because it's always the first one because it's a clubhouse and you want to look good. So he tees up, man. And I've been saying, buy some balls. He just got 6 balls. I was going, what have you lose me? I want this 6 balls, right? He tees up, right? Whacks it. It goes miles like right angles straight into the woods, right? He turns around and he goes, go and buy some more balls. So I'm laughing because it's like impolite to laugh, but he broke the ice for me and I was falling around. And then second shot, I go, you know you're off for 3 now. If you take another shot, he went, oh, right. So it's his third shot, he puts the ball down. He hits the ground before it and misses the ball off the ground. And I was on my back, wasn't I? Unbelievable.
Actually rolling about on his back.
And we were terrible. I went round 107, he went round in like 119 or something. It was just rubbish.
How long did it take?
5 hours.
Of course.
And there was no one around, luckily. But it was fantastic. So then we go and have our meal. What annoys me, I said, right, I'll go for a run. He went, I'll have a bath. I said, I'll see you at 7:45. At 7:55, I have to call him. He's not ready, so he's let me down there. I can't stand lateness or laziness. Yeah, and he's let me down. Do you know his excuse? He fell asleep in the bath because there was no light bulb.
There was no light bulb in the bathroom.
So instantly he fell asleep, and he was late.
No, do you know what I mean though, Steve? If you're sort of like nice and warm and what have you. I was tired anyway, I've been stressed out for 4.5 hours, right? My life flashed in front of me a few times in that buggy. So it's all sort of wears you down a bit. I thought, right, I've got a headache, you're going for your run, I'm going to have a bath. I walk in, put the light on, for some reason it didn't come on, but I thought, it's alright, I'm just, doesn't matter, you can have a bath in the
It's
dark.
summer, so it's light anyway.
Well, there's no windows in the bathroom, so...
So you were in the darkness?
So I'm in the darkness. I nod off because I'm shattered. He calls up asking me. So I said, well, I won't... it doesn't normally take that long for me because, I haven't got like long hair, I've got a dryer. Sure. I can sort of one wipe.
Yeah, it's already 10 minutes late though when I called.
Well, 10 minutes.
10
minutes.
lateness is lateness next.
Doesn't matter. Dinner wasn't till 7:15, so we had like another 20 minutes anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, but we said 7:45.
So he's calling up, hurry up. So I said, yeah, alright. So I get out and dry and like my tackle and what have you. Calls back again 30 seconds later. No, I don't think I don't like that. You better wipe. 30 seconds later, come on! So I end up going downstairs to the meal area
naked
with a wet shirt on and wet socks. I've got headache as it is. Making it a relaxing weekend.
But anyway, so we have our meal, which is really, really nice. Then we're sitting in the bar. I'm having a cigar by the fire.
Yeah.
We're having a rather nice Pinot Grigio.
Yeah.
He's there going, what an egg.
Is this 1955 that you live in?
It's so right. We are knackered because he's not used to work. I've seen him moaning, falling asleep. He's not used to it at all.
And you've been on your feet for over half an hour.
Yeah, right. So we didn't even walk around the golf course. We had a buggy. It wasn't even exercise. So we get onto conversations. Talking about, he's asking me stuff about evolution. What about tell me that? Why the giraffe? What's that rubbish about the giraffe getting a long neck? So well, it didn't try and get a long neck. It was selected, and he said, but why would evolution do that? I went, well, you think that evolution didn't do anything? There's not this consciousness, there's not this will that a giraffe has to stretch its neck to reach the leaves. It won't have a long enough neck to survive and pass it in. He was going, yeah, but why did evolution? This isn't. But by the way, this isn't the most stupid thing. This is warming up. This is about 8:45, right? He said, why didn't evolution make a giraffe good at carpentry so it could build a ladder?
Right. Yeah. Okay. No. All right.
Okay. So he's thinking around it. He's trying to pick holes in evolution.
Yeah.
We get on to. I said, well, things are. I said, we can see the speed of evolution in lower life forms like bacteria, viruses. They evolved. That's why soon we won't have an antibiotic that can kill some certain bacterial strains. And he said, and this is about 11:30. Then I said, I'm going to bed. Right? He said, in the future, they reckon that you'll be able to wake up and eat a yogurt you can have a chat with.
I don't know what that means.
Let's put a song on, right? And we'll come back to
so
it.
you're going to explain that?
Yeah.
You've got an explanation.
Verve and Sonic. on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington.
So let's just get this right. What did Karl say? He's just specifically
He said they reckon, and I said I'm going to bed. He went, no, I said no, I'm going to bed, Karl. There's no point now because I mean it's just like you're talking gobbledygook. You know what I mean? I might as well talk to a pot plant.
Yeah.
He said in the future they reckon. I don't know who they are.
Sure.
I don't know people who post things on the internet that he reads. I think.
Telegraph.
Anyway, complete the sentence.
They reckon that in the future you'll be able to wake up. I love it. There's always a little scenario, an embellishment, like this little. Oh, hello, darling. It's your yogurt. Hello. You'll be able to wake up and eat a yogurt you can have a chat with.
All right. Well, thanks for that, Rick. I'm looking at you. I'm going to throw that over to Karl.
Right. It's when I was away on holiday, right? I don't normally buy the Telegraph. It's too big and that, isn't it? So, but they were giving it away for free on the plane, so I thought,
ding dong,
might as well have it. And I saw a couple of things in it, and I thought that would be interesting. I saw this thing about the future, and it was talking about evolution and what have you, right, which I always find weird, because I always think that maybe we've sort of done it wrong anyway. Do you know what I mean? I sometimes think... by definition, evolution can't get things wrong. Things change, that it's not successful, it can't pass on its genetic material or but if you're around, it's working. If you're around, it's working. Slugs are as evolved as they need to be. Slugs are as evolved as you and me. Yeah, no disrespect, but it works. It works.
Sorry,
around.
what's your point, Karl?
No, I mean, I think we probably would have been better off staying as a fish. Just because there's more water than land, isn't there?
Right.
And you wouldn't drown.
This is why I went to bed.
No, I'm thinking of dozing off now.
No, but it went... do you know what I mean? From... It was bacteria, it was fish, mermaid, man, onwards and what have you. So anyway...
Oh God! There are a few knowledge gaps in your theory of evolution.
You generally got it right though, so maybe.
I mean, basically, yeah, it went bacteria, fish, mermaid, man. What's next is the big question.
So it was telling you all about this and what have you, and saying how, like, we shouldn't have interfered, because maybe if we wouldn't have invented planes and what have you, maybe we'd be able to fly and what have you, if we really needed to and stuff like that.
Okay.
So we've interfered with evolution, you see.
Right.
But then it was saying, well, what's the future got?
Well, yes, in one way we have interfered with evolution. Yeah, the evolution of the human being in society is changing. It's no longer based on the strongest or the fittest, because medical science can keep us alive long enough. People can pass on our genetic material where without this civilization they wouldn't have been able to. So yeah, there are different parameters, there are different pressures, there are different things that say whether we're going to pass on our genetic material or not. Okay, so in that sense you're right.
And that, Rick, as far as I'm aware, has led to a yogurt that you can eat and have a conversation with. So
this is what it was saying. It was just saying, we're living in mad times and that. There's a lot of weird stuff going on.
One of which is...
And the fellow was just saying, with computers and stuff like that, the way it is, we'll be able to wake up,
Go on.
have a chat with your yogurt and have something to eat.
What do you mean, have a chat with your yogurt?
Because of the amount of, you have them yogurts already, those friendly yogurts. Those bacteria-friendly ones, so this is just a really friendly one.
Yeah, oh God! I'm my best! Do you know what, sometimes, Karl, I think that we're having a chat with a yogurt. Do you know what I mean? I don't get, there can't be any difference.
Yeah, but then I'm always reminded that would be more entertaining. It would be more informative.
God!
Well, enjoy that.
Looking forward to it.
Thanks again for letting me know about your...
Old Nobbo and Edge and all that. Now listen, you just got an email there saying, can you turn up your microphone, Steve?
Apparently my voice is a little bit quiet.
Karl has to do one thing, make sure we're heard. That's all he has to do.
I can hear it. Sounds fine to me.
Well, not to the listeners, and that's who we're trying to please.
Well,
Yeah.
It's one person, so they can't hear
Yes,
it.
but we've only got one listener. So if he's not happy, we're buggered.
You're allowed to say buggered. Not twice, certainly. One's going to be a mistake.
Yeah.
Twice, pointing it out is definitely, complaint material. Now, Karl, you haven't told us about your holiday yet. You were meant to do it last week and you didn't. You started telling us, but we didn't have time because we had to do monkey news about a monkey who was a director who cared about lighting and stuff.
Is there more monkey news this week?
Is it as... okay. Is it real monkey news? Did it happen, or is it mostly embellishment in your round little head?
It's proper stuff.
Yeah, okay, good. So holiday, where'd you go on holiday?
Sardinia.
Good?
Yeah, it's alright, yeah. Nice food and that, it's important, isn't it?
Yeah.
And nice beaches and what have you.
Excellent.
Always like a nice long beach to walk down.
Yeah.
But, so we're on a nice walk, right? You know, nudists do me head in.
Sure.
Right.
Not a problem though, is it? It's not like being scared of spiders where they might jump out under the kitchen sink at you. You know what I mean? It's not a big problem having your head done in by nudists.
Yeah, but it just annoys me. It sort of ruins the day a little bit because it makes me feel uncomfortable.
Right. Take your clothes off if you feel uncomfortable. It's much more relaxing.
Yeah, but well, anyway, right. So I'm walking along the beach, right? Lovely long beach, what have you? You know, watching the sea, picking up shells and that.
And what are you wearing? What's your natural beach club?
When he says picking up shells, I imagine he's on all fours going, like that, you know what I mean, looking at things, just like washing his nuts in the sea to get them tasty.
Yeah, going into the sea and then kind of shaking himself and all the water flows off.
I've just got, flip-flops on, pair of shorts, and like a little light shirt.
Sure.
So anyway, walking along, and Suzanne goes, "Oh look," right? And there's this woman, German, I think, coming out of the...
How can you tell she was German?
I'll get to it. Forget the Under Armour. She came out, it looked like she was smuggling seaweed.
I'm going to first! Oh God!
And the funny thing is, right, she...
Smuggling seaweed! Oh God! She was a bit hairy down there, was she?
Mental. I felt bad because I hadn't had a shave for 2 days, right? Looked at her, it was ridiculous. She might as well have kept her trunks on. It was just like she was wearing furry trunks, right? So anyway, so I'm walking around.
Yeah, go on then.
So Suzanne's like, "Oh look," and I'm like, "Oh, not again," because every time we go away, it always seems to be one of these.
Is she by herself, this woman?
Well, the weird thing was, she was with her husband, right, but he had shorts on, he was happy, right, but every time, because I walked past her, and he sort of ran off, because he's embarrassed. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing normal about it. What can he do? He can't go, "Alright mate," because he knows it's odd, right?
Sorry, how old was she?
It's hard to tell when someone hasn't got clothes on. Do you know what I mean? They always look older, don't they, when they haven't got clothes on anyway. But I'd say she was about 40, 41.
Okay. Right.
So I walked past, and the annoying thing is, she got there on a bike, right? No clothes on, little pair of boots next to the bike. So if you can wear boots, just pop some shorts on. Do you know what I mean? That takes more effort for me, putting boots on. But put the shorts on, right? So anyway, so the husband kept running off. I walked past, and I'm getting annoyed and saying, "Well, we've got to walk past them again on the way back."
I like the fact they're scuttling away when Carl walks past. Like when you lift up a bit of sort of iron sheeting in the woods and loads of mice run away.
Yeah.
It's like whenever Carl goes, that nudists run away.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
But no, so we sort of come walking back and what have you, and I have another look and what have you, and he runs
Why
off again.
Why another look if it offends you so much?
Oh, you might as well just have a look. You know what I mean? It's just putting it on show and what have you. But the interesting thing was, I just wondered whether the husband...
Because if the husband were nude, you'd looked at his tackle. Because remember when you went to see the two strippers and it was a woman and a man and they whipped their shorts off, you said you looked at his tackle first.
I think any bloke would.
Wow.
You would. You just check it out. It's natural, isn't it? You just go, "Oh, right.
Well,
It's normal, whatever." Because you don't know if... do you know what I mean? You don't know if what you've got's right until you see someone else's. No, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyway, so, but he got us talking, because I was, then, as soon as I saw her, sort of, today's been ruined a bit, so I'm walking up the beach. Walking up the beach with Suzanne going, "How does it happen? Do you know what I mean? Why do people do this? What fun are they getting out of it?" And what have you. And, I just was thinking, is there any chance that fella, right, didn't even know that she was a nudist until they went away? Do you know what I mean? Because I said to Suzanne, if I met Suzanne, it's like we're getting on, yeah, everything's fine. And then you go off on holiday and you go, you haven't got much luggage. And she's like, no, it's fine, this is plenty. And I think that's weird. And then we go down the beach and she whips her knickers off. I'd be annoyed, but there's nothing I could do. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
So I'm just wondering whether that's what happened to this fella. Every time someone came walking up, he was like, oh God, this is embarrassing. And he kept nipping off.
Yeah.
Finding something else to do.
Look at some shells.
So I'm wondering, Rick, if at some point, maybe today or in future shows, we should get a nudist. One of those official nudist spokespeople. Because there's all these nudist organisations. Get them on the phone, justify themselves to Karl, because in his mind they are, what would you say, weirdos, freaks?
I don't quite get it. I was reading something in one of the supplements last weekend, and some journalist went round to some whatever you call it, some resort or whatever, first call for nudes and that. And it's just
playing volleyball.
Well, the annoying thing was bowls.
Why is that annoying?
Well, don't play a sport where you got to bend over.
Neil Young from the album Zuma, and that's Pardon My Heart on XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington. We just had a text here that says, and I don't know what truth there is in this as ever, but John says there is apparently a nude bike ride today in Hyde Park. Now I can't believe that's the case, because I don't think it's allowed, is it? You can't ride around with your veg, can you?
I don't know.
Why would you want to?
Well, it's a good point.
On a bike.
On a bike, I love the fact that that's what disgusts him.
I want. Do you know what? If we did appeal for a nudist to call in, I'd want a very specific sort. I want a German nudist, a middle-aged man called Helmut.
Okay.
If there is any, or the closest one to it. So I want a middle-aged man from Germany. If your name is Helmut, you're in. But I'll accept Hans. Karl would be good, wouldn't it?
All right.
Yeah.
I think I'm wondering if the age might. Maybe we could we broaden that.
Okay, just a German nudist bloke.
Right.
Could he at least be fat? Can I find a fat German fella? If your name's Helmut, we're going to give you a big prize.
Yeah.
But any fat German fella who likes to get his sausage out.
Sure.
Okay.
Sauerkraut.
Yeah.
What's the phone number?
0871 222 1049. It'd be good just to get an email or a text or a contact on it, and then I can just call them up in the week.
Sure.
And
83936 is the text number. I don't know what our audience demographic pans out like, Rick, but I'm suspecting that's probably a fairly small fraction of our listenership.
I know, but there must be someone out there. If you know a fat German who likes to get his tackle out, the phone's going.
Straight away.
Just answer it, Karl. Just answer it. Just pop that.
it could be anything.
Well, then just see what it
To be
is.
fair, it could be a nutter.
But just say hello. Just if you tell your turn, it's not straight away.
It'll stay there, won't it? It'll stay there.
Well, answer it. Answer it.
Leave it.
Answer it.
Oh, see this? It's gone. It's gone. There you go. He bottled it. So, just as well.
Well, you took too long to answer it.
There's a vicar in Australia who's started sort of doing his services and all that in nude.
Hot in it out there.
Yeah, where you get the churches aren't. Churches are pretty cold. It was on some website. Just saying about a vicar and that who's there's a lot of nudists and that who want to get married. Do it, don't mess about with the wedding dress and that. Just nip up.
Well, I also suppose it's so. I suppose if you believe in God, you believe that that's the way to be in it, because Adam and Eve and that.
Yeah, but then in Adam and Eve, the shame made us dress up, didn't it?
Yeah.
Eating the apple and things.
Yeah, but God didn't want that, did he?
No, he wanted to see it all. He was loving it. He was unaware of them getting a life of all of that, and then the snake said, cover yourself up.
Stitched him right up. Yeah. So if you believe in God, which clearly I don't, do you believe in God, Karl?
Don't know, I don't really worry about it. It was ages ago, wasn't it? So, if he's about, whatever. Not that bothered. Adam and Eve's pretty interesting though, isn't it?
It's not, well, how was it interesting? He made man out of dust. Then just because he could, he's having a laugh. Then he made her out of one of his ribs. Again, he'd like to vary it a little bit. Then they had 2 sons, which gave rise to the entire human race. What was going on there then?
What would have happened if they didn't get on? That's interesting.
Sometimes with pandas, they don't fancy the other one, do they? They go, well, that's my choice, one. You've brought me one panda from Lisbon Zoo, and I've got to chag that. What if I don't fancy it? What if they bring in a right slapper?
Do you think
what if it's the equivalent of like, Love Island,
Well, I
whatever it's
imagine it
called?
was like Celebrity Love Island.
Yeah, and they're going, I am not shagging that slapper. Every panda in the world has seen that dirty old mott in magazines. Why am I meant to mate with it? I've got some dignity.
Are you talking about Adam there or Panda? Was that? Either is fine.
Those bad
Do you think
pandas.
that Adam had any say when God was making Eve? Was he saying, "Can make the boobs a bit bigger, would you?" And then I'm a blonde guy. I'm into blondes, really. I don't know. Did he have any input, or was it just?
I don't know. Well, I suppose
It was one of his ribs.
I know, well, it's probably restricted. You go, well, I'm working with a rib, Adam. Give me a break. There's only so many things I can do.
Well, he's probably in kind of intensive care, wasn't he? With the whole.
They go, well, I can't just keep making the boobs and things bigger because her legs will get shorter. I go, I don't mind short legs. I don't mind no legs. I don't mind no legs.
As long as the boobs are sizable.
I tell you what's weird though, Steve, right? Everyone's heard of like Adam and Eve, yeah? What's the surname?
Yeah, where'd they get their post from? Unbelievable.
Now listen, before you play the next tune, we should just, we were trying to mop up some stuff from the last couple of shows which we haven't dealt with yet, one of which is an obsession of yours, because we're on a radio station, Ricky and I come in, we bring in CDs, music we love, it means so much to us, we adore it. You don't really care about music, you work at a radio station, it's just, I don't care.
I do.
No, you don't.
I do like a good track. I don't like everything that comes out and everyone raves about.
Yeah, you thought the iPod wasn't worth it because you named the 5 tracks you'd like. What was it? It was In the Ghetto, Babushka, Living in the City, what was the other one? Killing a Georgie, and there was one other one, and you just only like songs with a story.
Yeah, but then there's a reason to listen to it, isn't there?
Well, not only once.
No, because you might forget the ending. Listen to it again.
Yeah,
But anyway,
right,
you've been listening to Babushka quite a lot, is that right? Because you've really got into your head now, you're trying to decipher
Well,
the story.
when I've been sort of asking for songs with stories, people have texted in, emailed in, or whatever, and I've had a couple, last time we did the show. So I've gone, that sounds interesting. And Babushka, when I was away on holiday, I listened to it a few times because I like the story. It's a good little story going on.
You got some thoughts on it there, have you?
We have a listen to
Let's
it.
have a listen to the track, and then I know you've got some queries you'd like to raise.
It's just about a woman in it who, I don't know, she's ugly or something, aged badly, and her husband gets bored with her. Have a listen, see what you think. Right?
XFM. Listening to Magic 105.4 all the way back to 1979. Kate Bush, Babushka.
So, we would like your suggestions for songs which have stories in them, which may entertain Carl. They could shoot to the top of his list.
What do you think of that, Carl? That as a little story there.
I like it, but...
So she tests her husband. Yeah, she writes him letters. She gets a letter back. It's a pseudonym. Babushka's her pseudonym. It's not a real name. Her real name is Molly Strank from Ealing. And Eva responds. She goes, "Oh, he's So in real terms, he's having a bit of an illicit affair behind her back. She doesn't know it's his wife. So she goes, "Oh, I'll take this a bit further. See how far I go." He turns up. She turns up, he gets it on with her, and he's falling for her because she's acting like she used to act,
Was he just playing along with it? Was he like an
No, it's not, because they'd have said that in the song. They don't leave it up
some
to...
people do that, don't they?
Well, it wasn't. Kate Bush would have said, and by the way he's playing along, she'd have given us a clue. He's not, he's fallen for it. She went along incognito, he thought it was another woman.
But how much work can you do to yourself to... Say if I wrote a letter to Suzanne,
Yeah.
right? Saying...
She'd know it was you, it'd have egg stains on it, it'd be spelt wrong.
No, but...
and you'd sign it Carl, crossed out Babushka.
I wrote to her... I won't pick Babushka. I think that's a ridiculous name, that wouldn't have worked anyway. You just get a vision in your head of... I wouldn't have answered a letter from someone called Babushka.
It's not the point. If Kate Bush is listening, please call in, because I'd love her to have a conversation with you. I mean, that would be good. Forget Helmut. No, Helmut, you keep trying. A fat German. We want Kate Bush and a fat German.
What I mean is, though...
Now wait a minute, what worries me is he didn't answer the last phone call. What if Kate Bush does think?
If anyone knows Kate Bush, give her a call now. She's probably not listening. She's probably doing yoga or something, I imagine, or making a lentil soup, or maybe just like repotting some plants, right? Or practicing piano, right? But if anyone knows Kate Bush, got a number, call her up now. Say, tune into XFM. There's a little bald mank fella wants to talk to you about babushka, right?
But how much?
But how much? Don't worry, you'll get your chance. The phones are going. That could be Kate Bush.
Don't worry about it.
That could be Kate Bush.
I know for a fact it isn't.
Okay, answer it. Half-Light by Athlete on XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington. Karl,
Right.
2 o'clock. Let's get Rockbusters rolling.
I should just, if people aren't familiar with Rockbusters, then someone has actually sent in one of their own to test Karl. They've used, I think, the same principle that Karl has, which is, utterly random.
Yeah.
But as you said before,
Tenuous.
really just try
Not
and
really
think of
cryptic.
something
Yeah.
that he might be thinking of.
Sure.
So she's done it quite coherently, but I'm wondering if I should sort of say it more as Karl might say it, just slightly less.
More different every time.
Yeah, slightly less coherent. So, Karl, this is one for you, alright? It's Sunday morning, I'm just, I'm in bed, but I'm not asleep, but like Hollyoaks is on, the omnibus, I'm just watching that, I go and make a lovely cup of tea, in the bed with Suzanne, aren't I, having a cup of tea.
What's going on there?
Just watching the telly and that, but hang on, I haven't got anything to dunk in me, in my tea. I haven't got anything to dunk in my tea, have I? You know what I mean? I haven't got anything to dunk in there, and I'm just having, what am I doing?
Is it LB?
It's LR.
Oh.
LR. So, have a think about that one, Karl.
I think I know it.
Yeah.
Do you?
Go for it.
Go on.
Is it Lionel Richie?
It is Lionel Richie. What's your logic?
Sort of Lionel, and it's like
No rich tea. No rich tea.
Yeah.
No biscuits, no rich tea. No rich tea.
think we-
Lionel Rich tea. Lionel Richie. It works.
We've
It's
done
just
one
as coherent as
like
yours.
it.
What's that?
I've done one a little bit like it. There's nothing wrong with that.
I cannot
So
believe you got it.
that's a taster.
I cannot believe you got it.
I might not have got it without the initials, but that's why we chucked them in, just to help you along. So
what have you got for us this
so
week?
we've got 3 of them.
Oh, by the way, don't bother calling in Kate Bush because Karl doesn't want to answer the phones. He says Kate Bush is not going to call, so it's all going to be nutters. So we apologise. He's got one thing to do. He didn't even get the sound right because someone's complaining about they couldn't hear Steve. He's got to do Monkey News, which is always twaddle, and he won't even answer the phones now. So I don't know why he gets paid. He takes off Mondays because he works Saturdays. He gets paid for Saturdays. He takes 5 weeks holiday a year,
Not off Mondays
and he moans.
Not off Mondays.
Wow.
Right.
What have you got for us?
Right then, the first one. There's a vehicle that sells kebabs. Right? There's a vehicle that sells kebabs. Initial D. Right? D.
Great.
Right? Have you worked that one out?
Of course I haven't.
Right, the second one. You're asked if you want that bit of the egg.
You what?
You're asked if you want that bit of the egg. You think about it, but we sort of decide against it.
And again?
What's going on there? You're asked if you want that bit of the egg. You think about it, but you go, no, go against it. Right?
I've got it. Is
So
it initials W O Y O?
Yeah.
Got it.
Right, so...
Okay.
That one works. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
and the last one, I don't think this burger will catch on.
I don't think this burger will catch on.
Yeah, and the letter there is M. So you just text or email in with the answers and win some stuff. What have we got?
We've got some prizes. We've got another box set of the League of Gentlemen.
This is instant gratification, but you go into a draw for something bigger. So what have we got today?
Yeah, well, today, this is what you're taking home today. You've got the League of Gentlemen, the complete collection on DVD. That's that's worth having, definitely. We've got Catterick, which is the current Vic and Bob show on BBC Two, which is good. The Aviator, the award-winning Leonardo DiCaprio and Martin Scorsese biopic, and once again, Ladder 49.
We're giving that away again, are we?
Yeah.
Can we get a job like those?
We got loads of them.
Oh, excellent. So
email in if you just want a copy of Ladder 49. I'm sure we can dig one out for you.
yeah. Or phone in, because Karl does not answer the phones.
Right.
And remember, the winner goes forward into the chance to win the big prizes, the signed Homer drawing, the signed Nigel Tufnell poster, and you go to rickygervais.com and see Matt Groening actually drawing that to verify it. Bet Lloyd Cole won't. Never anyone has it? Has it? Lloyd Cole, Impossible Girl, on XFM 104.9. Wow.
Rick, I'm just reading an email we've had, and it is indeed true. Scores of naked cyclists will be wheeling around London today in a mass protest against oil dependency. The World Naked Bike Ride will see the arresting sight of up to 200 daring riders bearing all in their cycle past some of the capital's most famous landmarks.
Have they got to wear an helmet? Are they against wearing an helmet?
Well, I think they're trying to make a statement, I would imagine, I don't know.
Well, they don't have to wear a helmet. It's not law to wear a helmet on a bike, is it? It's for your own safety. It's sensible, you're right, yeah.
Well, it's also sensible to just pop some pants on. Pop some pants on.
Are you going to be popping down there and cheering them on?
I'm not going anywhere near it. What are they going against? What's the problem that's going on?
Oil dependency. I think, generally we're consuming too much oil, aren't we, in the world, and it's going to run out one day, and we've not got any alternatives.
Talking of campaigns and things and that, did you see Sir Bob on Jonathan Ross last night?
Sir Bob Geldof.
Yeah. You going to walk to Edinburgh or sail to France, Carl? What do you think of all this? The G8?
I think it's good that, he's doing some stuff for the world and what have you, but probably won't bother.
No?
I'm going to walk.
What do you make of all this campaigning? He's dedicated his life to this now, hasn't he?
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. I was watching him last night, and I respect the man. I mean, he used to work here, didn't he? Did some shows and that. Mm-hmm. It's good. It's all right that he can do it, but
I assume that's not why you respect him. I assume he's respecting because he's trying to save the nation, as opposed to he used to work in XFM for a while.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying it's good that he's giving up a lot of his time to try and save the world and that. But there's a bit of me that's kind of like, is he wasting his time a bit?
Right. What do you mean wasting his time?
Well, he tried it before. And
No, wait. What he's trying to say is that the G8 are I think the 7 most rich, wealthy nations in the world, and Russia, and they get together and they can wipe out the third world debt. I.e. they owe us billions and billions of pounds. They can't afford to pay it back. So he's going to say let's wipe the slate clean and pledge, I think, a lot more aid and stuff to them, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So what do you think of that?
But won't they just do it again?
Right, what's you thinking?
No, I
knew I had a little diamond in the rough here. I mean, obviously, I admit, I brought this up because I really wanted to know what Karl thought of it.
Sure.
Yeah, I had ulterior motives. It wasn't just for awareness, for the very worthy cause. It was because I know. Look at him looking at me. Look at him. He looks at me like a cat. Honestly, it's like there's nothing behind those eyes. Right, what do you mean?
They're just going to run up the debt again, you think?
Well, what I mean is, right, when I was a kid, right, and I wanted to go to the arcade, I'd borrow a quid off my mum, right, and she'd say, don't come back asking for more and what have you. But I'd have a go on a pinball machine or whatever, game on a fruity, and then go back, and she'd go, can I have some more money? And she goes, have you had your quid before? And I go, no, but I'm on holiday. And she goes, there you go, then. And then I go off and do the same thing. I didn't go, no, I wasted the last one, I'm going to pop this in the bank.
Right.
So you think that's what's going to happen with...
That's a nice metaphor. So what do you think happening there as the Africans are blowing it down the arcade? Instead of putting it towards a fishing rod, they're blowing it down the arcade. I'm trying to win a watch. Look, I've got 100 goals. I think this thing is dodgy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to win a fluffy toy.
Bob saying you're never going to get the Snoopy.
You're never going to get the Snoopy.
It's always going to fall out of the little claw.
The claw is not strong enough. Do not waste them. Oh, no, Midge.
Midge, write a song.
Write another song, mate. They've blown it down the arcade. Brilliant.
So that's your genuine logic, is it?
Well, I just don't know... if they put me in charge of it, I don't know what I'd do. I just think it's a...
Could I just say that will never happen?
No.
Could I just say to London, and anyone listening on
easy.
Don't worry, Karl is not going to be put in charge of G8. It's not going to be him and Blair Chirac.
That would be a joy if it were.
That would be amazing.
But anyway, so let's assume some alternate universe you are in charge.
What would you do?
Monkeys, obviously, it's like Planet of the Apes. What are you going to do? You're the only person with opposable thumbs. What's your solution?
We've done a lot of it, haven't we? We've sent, money out there. We've sent them clothes and that.
Yeah. Have you?
It's gone.
You say we, have you sent...
I've done loads for charity.
Go on.
No, loads. I've done loads of stuff.
Go on. What?
Oh, I give stuff to Oxfam.
Yeah? What stuff you don't want anymore?
Yeah, junk, you mean?
Well, yeah, but it'll be alright for them. I mean, I said to you the other day, like, when they collect clothes for over there, I don't know, none of my stuff's going to fit them well. But the thing is, I do loads of charities, I do loads of things like,
Go on.
I pay for tools, I do that thing, the monthly payment of £5, paying for, toolbox and that for someone out there. I help old people, which I'm going to stop, to be honest.
Why?
Because, do you know this thing I do, Steve, right?
No.
This is a £5 a month as well, right? I got stopped in Leicester Square one day. He said, there's a little old woman somewhere. She's cold, are you going to help her out? So I was like, why me, right? So anyway, so they said it's easier if people look after one old woman, right? So
why me?
I've signed up to look after this old woman called, I don't know, call her name June or whatever, it doesn't matter. So...
It does to her, but go on.
So anyway, so I'm paying this £5 a month, and the first £5, first time I paid it, I got this thing in the post, right? And it had, thanks a lot, Carl. You're looking after June. Here she is, here's a little picture of her, and she's sat there, what have you, with a cardigan on and stuff like that. Every £5 you pay, it'll be cheering her up, and look after her, pay for her food and what have you. So, for a bit, you feel good, don't you? And you think, well, I've done my bit for the world. Anyway, 2 months later, get another package, right? Picture of June in there again. She's got a tan. So he's saying you're paying to keep her warm. They meant a week in Mallorca or whatever. And this is what I mean. People turn them because they can get away with it.
I don't know where to start.
That isn't having a go though.
What do you think? So what do you think? You think they're going? Don't bother getting a job or anything. Go off a bit, go off a bit. It's June.
I don't know. It's difficult, isn't it? It's difficult.
So you think Sir Bob should just wash his hands of the whole affair? You think it's a complete waste of time? Is that what you're saying? That you should just leave them to it? Just leave them to it, let them sink ever more into debt, ever more into hunger. You just think that should just carry on?
Do you know what I think he's saying? I think, now I'm not words in your mouth, are you saying they blew the last lot we gave them, they've got to learn a lesson? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that.
Is that what you're thinking?
No.
What are you thinking?
I'm not thinking anything like that. All I was thinking is about this gig, it might have been better to do it, like, rather than, I don't know, ruining a grass field in Edinburgh and that, do it out in Africa, right? Get people out there, get the tourists up, do you know what I mean? Get a load of people out there. They've got loads
I don't reckon he's going to get people to walk to Edinburgh. I very much doubt people are going to fly to Addis Ababa to see Coldplay.
cheap flights and what have you.
Right.
Hot dog stands and that, locals will love that, right? Job done.
Brilliant. Let's put him in charge.
Yeah, just for one day.
Let's put him in charge of Live Aid. If Bob Geldof is listening, I know you respect him because he used to work on XFM.
No, but he's done a lot
Bob,
as
if
well.
you're listening, please, I would love, oh my God, a conversation, Bob Geldof talking to, forget Kate Bush, forget
That would be
Hannah.
amazing.
Can Bob please call in and speak to Carl? No one call except Bob, so we know it's Bob calling. Right, get on the phone.
What's the phone number? What's the phone number?
Can't we talk to him next week?
He might be busy next week.
No,
He's
he
got
won't.
stuff to organise.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Come talk to us next week. Right? I'm not going to go through the phones. It's mental.
Play a record.
Right, what we're having? Bit of Killers.
Yeah. The Killers, somebody told me on XFM 104.9. Tell you what, talking of starving, I went to what is meant to be the best restaurant in the world on Wednesday, yeah.
Sure. You must be a fan, actually.
Well, Jonathan Ross booked a table there. It came out, I think he's been trying to get there for a while, and I think there's a waiting list and everything, right? And
Well, he's got over here, you're walking straight in.
he's walked straight in with that, yeah. me and Jay went along with him and Jane to the Fat Duck in Bray. So it was voted the best restaurant in the world.
Right.
Okay? And it was incredible. I mean, it's across from the restaurant and sort of Barnum. They, just incredible food. But all the way there, I'm thinking, well, I can't eat stuff in normal restaurants. I don't eat red meat. I'm squeamish about things like seafood, anything that's got too many legs, or was a crustacean once, or feeds on worms. I knew that one of their signature dishes was snail porridge. So I'm thinking, I'm not going to be able to eat anything here. So I was thinking, I had something to eat before I went, and I was thinking, they better not have mucked around the bread, right? Got there, beautiful, and it was really quite fantastic. And I let them know straight away that I was a Philistine, and they really accommodated me. I didn't have the snail porridge. They put mushrooms in my snail porridge, which is more of a risotto, and there's tasting menus and that, and it was really fantastic. But Jonathan, halfway through, on the way there, I don't like travel well, on the way there, he actually phoned me and said, "Why are we taking you to this restaurant?"
Good point, very good point.
They know, even if I go around there, they cook me sausage and mash.
Yeah.
Or, do you know what I mean?
Well, you have the palate of one of those kids from the Jamie Oliver school dinners programme. They've got the lovely Jamie Oliver cooked, kind of ratatouille, but they're going for the sort of chicken Twizzlers.
There's no chicken. I love chicken. I like the chicken I can eat. I'm squeamish about red meats. There's nothing it's a mixture of. It's not morals. There's only one thing I don't eat morally, that's veal. But the other thing else is just like, if it's got eyes and legs and things sticking out of it, or
but it hasn't got eyes and legs, things sticking out of it. What are you talking about? I mean, it just infuriates me. I actually got to a point now where I refuse to eat out with Ricky, because I can't. It just sucks the life out of me. It actually makes me depressed. I can't enjoy the experience. If you go to an awards do, they bring out lovely food, 3 courses, and you're whinging. You're always whinging,
which is hardly cooked, followed by lamb.
Lovely bit of lamb. Who doesn't think lamb is the best of all the meats?
Oh.
And you whinge, you complain, you look at Jane like a little boy who's like, "Oh no, why have you brought me here?" You are just, and I tell you, and I put it, I don't want to, badmouth people, but I suspect it's your family. I suspect it was your upbringing. I imagine, that if I came to your house, late 60s, early 70s, came round to your place in Reading, it would have just been the smell of chip fat, just everywhere, pervading, just one of those chip fat fries that's just, like I say, constantly, 24 hours a day, just bubbling away.
I used to eat beef and pork and that, and I used to have to, eventually, when I was getting sort of squeamish and getting older, I'd make her burn it so much that it was just like chewing on a piece of leather anyway, where I couldn't stand the sight of blood or so.
A salad in your house would have been a pickled onion and a packet of crisps.
No, a salad in my house, right, it was when it was summer, we were out in the garden, a lovely salad, grated cheese, grated egg, 2 bits of beetroot with your leaf, a pickled onion, and a packet of crisps. And that was a salad. But
now, is that? Do you agree that is probably the reason why you've got this palate? And I don't even. It's not even a palate. That's too nice a word to use.
I've got more squeamish as I've got older. Because I say I used to eat beef and pork.
What do you mean squeamish? I don't understand what you mean. Squeamish.
I certainly think about it. I can eat like, it has to be blasted. It has to be unrecognised to be an animal. You know what I mean? I mustn't see a bit of pink or a bit of fat.
So if we were in biblical times, and you're there, and Jesus Christ has just fed 40,000 with some fishes and some loaves, you'd be going, "I'm not into the fish, JC."
I say take the head off, really cook, take the skin off. I can see a bit of spine.
And unless that bread is mighty white, I'm not interested.
Yeah, but the thing is, what he hasn't said is, he gets frustrated we have to go from restaurant to restaurant for something I can eat. But the reason we've only got about 3 restaurants to choose from are that, because he doesn't want to spend more than a £5 at lunchtime.
At lunchtime? If I was going out of an evening, you'd spend a decent amount of wallop. But lunchtime,
Would you?
You'd be happy to spend 20 quid on lunch. Imagine that every single day. There's no one out there who's eating lunch 20 quid a day on lunch. It's crazy. You don't need that much food at lunchtime, because I know what happens. You go in there, you have some kind of tiger in curry for lunch. You're asleep by 1:30. We're trying to work, we're trying to write TV shows, and you're dozing off like one of those giant anacondas that's just eating a sheep and it's slowly digesting it. It takes like 3 weeks.
He doesn't eat Carl. He does not like this. But he'll walk a mile out of his way to get a sandwich.
Having an argument over that 50p that time. I don't want to bring it back up again.
Here's the situation, Carl. I lent you 50p, and you decided you weren't going to pay me back. It should be to my discretion if I say, don't worry about it, Carl. You should offer me the 50p. Go, there's that 50p I owe you, and I'll go, don't worry about it, Carl. But you didn't even do that.
It's the way that you were like.
I said, where's my 50p? You went, oh, you don't need that. That's not your decision,
I didn't say that. I said I don't think I've got it at the moment or whatever.
Rubbish.
And you're going through your pockets and that.
Rubbish.
Ridiculous.
You've just given him a keg of beer for free, haven't you?
Well, let's not go over it again.
I just think value for money is important. Like now, okay, so for instance, in the morning I have to get the tube, but you can get a travel card, zones 1 and 2, right? It's about £4.70, I think. But before 9:30, it's about £6.50. All right, and then at 9:30, when the clock, literally on the clock ticks over to 9:30, it's £4.70, right? Now sometimes I'll get there, it'll be about 9:20. Now you'd be saying to me, oh, just spend it. And I'm thinking, I've got 10 minutes. I'll perhaps read the paper, wait for it to click over to 9:30, and then I can get a cheaper ticket. Now surely that makes sense. Surely that's logic. If you were in that situation, Rick, if you were there, right, and you had, let's say you had 3 minutes to wait before 9:30, what would you do? Would you stand there and wait?
No, because waiting to me is worse than
It's madness. It's madness.
I can't stand queuing. I can't say, no, I'll pay, yeah.
How long would it have to be before you'd wait? If there was like a minute on the clock to go, would you wait?
If they literally said, if you wait 30 seconds, I go, alright.
Well, that is the case. That literally is the case.
Okay, but not 10 minutes, no.
What about you, Carl?
I'd feel, if it was 30 seconds, I'd feel flash going, I'd spend £3. But if it was like a couple of minutes, I'd go, oh, it doesn't matter. I just wouldn't.
Madness.
Yeah.
Think about how that tots up over the years.
Amazing.
What about you, Carl? Would you do it?
It depends, doesn't it, what your job is and that. If you're a doctor, you've got to get to, go and save someone, whatever. You can't say, oh, just 10 minutes. Depends on the situation, depends. Most of the time I've got to get in work early, I can't be hanging around till half
But you don't know, do you? I've called him lots of film he was at. I've seen him do one day, right? I've seen him for one whole day, went away, he fell asleep at 7:45 in the bath because he was knackered. So, he has 5 weeks holiday a year, he's taking the piss. Feeder, pushing the senses. Quite a food-related sort of show, isn't it?
It is. Thinking of gluttony, did you see in, I think it was Heat magazine, it was former pop idol winner Michelle McManus.
Oh yeah.
She's lost a lot of weight.
Oh yeah, she's lost 5 stone, hasn't she?
Please see that the headline was, I used to eat 12 packets of Doritos a night. At night. 12 packets of Doritos. I just like the idea that you got to 11 packets, and you're thinking,
one more
it's a
do
bit
it.
peckish.
One more will do it. Yeah. Oh,
unbelievable. But someone sent in a couple of odds and ends news stories, they've gleaned off the web. And apparently Britain's fattest family have shed 23 stone.
Everyone died.
Between the 5 of them, come on. Between the 5 of them, the Phillips family from Worcester weighed more than 100 stone.
Jesus. Well, how many are there though?
They spent 5 of them, and they spent £300 a week on food. An evening meal consisted of an all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet and another ice cream stop at McDonald's. The mum, she was generally happy, like Carl is, but she said she used to get upset when she couldn't buy clothes for her kids because the shops didn't stock anything above XXXXXL. It says here, it says Mitchell, 13, was the heaviest of the 3, weighing 27 stone. By the age of 4, he was Britain's fattest toddler, weighing 10 stone.
Is that competition still going?
He broke 5 bikes. He broke 5 bikes by buckling the wheels.
Oh, that's
I know you're always kind of
embarrassing,
fat kids, Carl.
Chasing an ice cream van.
Yeah.
But the bike just fell apart.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe now he's on that nude bike ride, because he's lost some weight.
Oh, that would be painful, wouldn't it? If one of them buckles.
Yeah.
Well, I've got another food-related item here. Now, Carl, I got a little email via my agent, sent from someone here, okay, sent from someone at XFM, okay, and I won't say it, she just said, I thought this might be good for Ricky to use on Saturday, and obviously what happened is, Suzanne has sent you an email in the week, it was Wednesday, and you've returned it, but I think you've returned it to the wrong email address. You returned it to someone here, who of course immediately forwarded it to my agent for ridicule on the show. Don't panic, it's nothing that bad, okay? It's an email from Suzanne talking about your tea that night. Was Suzanne out on Wednesday night?
Was the an England game or something?
Yeah. So you were alone. You were home alone, were you, Wednesday night?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy your meal? Was it a quiche?
Go on.
Right. From Suzanne to Carl. Take the quiche and put it on the baking tray. Cook for 30 minutes on 190. Take lettuce and put on plate. Take 3 tomatoes, wash and chop into quarters. Place on lettuce. Take an avocado, chop in half. Remove the stone. Peel skin and slice. Place on salad. Put salt and pepper on and a dribble of olive and balsamic vinegar dressing. Right? In brackets, small bottle behind the cafetiere. Right, in case he's reaching for bleach. Everything else away. Right? Then sprinkle a smidge of parmesan on top. Remove quiche from oven, cut into quarters and put on plate. Eat.
Oh, wow. Does she have to do that every single time? She's like...
No, it's just that I'm not that good at cooking, right? And to be honest, that was a lot of hard work. I didn't bother warming it up. And I did without the avocado.
Why?
Too much messing about.
He didn't even do that with instructions. It was too much.
But yeah, I'm not that good at cooking. And
Did you genuinely... That's not cooking though, is it, Carl? That's
heating up the quiche. That's cooking it is making the quiche.
Yeah, but I'm just...
So could you have figured that out? She had left that note for you.
Why did she have to tell you what the olive oil and balsamic vinegar was?
Because I've put sort of cooking oil on my food once, and I said, it's ever since, right, years ago.
I'm gonna die!
Years ago.
Oh God, they're leaving Mr. Magoo at home.
It was ever since I put sausages in the toaster.
What do you mean?
Because, do you know, like when you're grilling food in a pan and all that?
Yeah.
Sort of sausages spit and it goes everywhere, doesn't it? And it makes everywhere greasy. So I thought, well, just want to warm them up.
Yeah.
Put them in the toaster.
Yeah.
What happened?
She sort of caught...
They got stuck and they sort of caught on fire, I imagine.
She came in just as I was sort of plunging it and what have you, came in from work. So what are you doing? I said, I'm the sausages. Well, the oven isn't on, I know, they're in here. What, you just turn it off? Panicking and that. But I've never been into it. I've never been into cooking like at school and stuff. I didn't bother doing it.
Oh, every time Suzanne comes home, she must think, please be the house still there.
Yeah.
Please not let me hear a fire engine as I come round this corner. Oh God, she comes and goes, oh God, thank God. I bet she's always happy to see you when she gets over and you haven't burned the place down or introduced some howler monkeys or something.
What I find extraordinary is there are people who are in sort of care in the community who don't need instructions on how to prepare food.
Oh, they can do it. Yeah, you show them once.
Yeah,
they learn it. Whatever you do, don't put sausages in the toaster, Johnny. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and they learn it.
They don't put sausages in the toaster.
Yeah. What is it? They put their fingers in.
Are we doing Rockbusters answer?
London's waiting
I'll tell you what, we'll play a song and do...
Why not?
Yeah.
It's worth waiting for.
Have we still got Monkey News to come?
Yeah.
Oh. Roxy Music with the old Dylan classic Hard Rains on XFM 104.9. Mixing it up, just mixing it up, mixing and matching. We've got Neil Young, we've got a bit of Roxy Music, we don't care.
But they're all right up, bang up today with some of the latest tracks from Feeder and the like, so...
Yeah, big time. But it's what they're waiting for, is the Rockbusters answers.
That's right.
Right.
Okay, give us the clue, give us the answer.
Right then, first one...
Hurry up, because we haven't got long for Monkey News.
Don't worry about it, don't worry about it. First one. There's a vehicle over there that's
changed?
Selling kebabs.
Oh, it's changed, go on.
Initial D.
Yeah, where is it?
That was Donovan.
Okay.
Alright, yeah, okay.
Yeah. That
Good.
worked.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Second
That's a
one.
real clue.
Well, they got it. Like they always do, so they're always real clues. Second one. You're asked if you want that bit of the egg, right? You think about it. Then you decide against it.
I think I know this one. What was the initial again?
Y-O.
Is this John Lennon's wife, Yoko Ono?
Yeah, that's
I think that was her name, Yoko Ono, was it?
Yeah, it's Yoko No. It was Yoko No.
No, you've got it wrong. You're thinking about it. You asked if you want a bit of the egg.
Yeah.
You go, yolk. You think about it. Oh no.
Oh, so you say it twice, you stutter. So
No,
it's
no,
yolk,
no, no.
yolk, oh no.
You
No, her name's Yoko, oh no though.
Yeah, no. Listen to the clue again.
Okay, no.
Listen to the clue.
So what you say is, do you want this bit of the end? You look, oh, the end of it now. Yolk, oh no.
That's
Yoko,
right.
oh no. Yoko, oh no. Yoko, no. Oh, yolk. Yeah, go on, brilliant. Yeah, okay, yeah, Yoko, no, yeah, go on.
That's perfect.
Next, yeah.
And the last one was, I don't think this burger will catch on. That was initial M.
Yeah.
McFly. Right? So there's your 3 clues.
What's
Everything else.
it won't catch on.
Well, who'd want to eat that? You know what I mean? It's like a Mac burger or whatever. Mac chicken. McFly. Don't want one. Put it down. We'll have a chicken. Right? So who's got the 3 then?
Well done to Ian Shillam from Mansfield, who's got all his answers right amazingly. And he wins all those great prizes, including Ladder 49, starring Joaquin Phoenix and John Travolta, which I don't think anyone's ever seen.
There's 49 of them.
And he wins that, but he also goes forward, as you say, to the big draw, which will come up at the end of
It's
our little
to
run.
win the signed Homer saying I like Carl, he's stupid like me, and you can see Matt Groening drawing that to know it's real on rickygervais.com, and you can win that, and a signed Nigel Tufnell poster.
Brilliant.
It's a Ricky and Steve classic on XFM, Sugar, If I Can't Change Your Mind.
Brilliant.
So listen, it's time, isn't it? We've only got a few minutes left, so you better play the jingle.
Oh, chimpanzee that. Monkey news.
So Monkey News, if you've only just started listening to the show. Oh, you poor fool. Monkey News is where Carl reports for us all the latest monkey activity.
A headline or a word or someone that he overheard in a pub and then totally embellishes it and makes it ridiculous and impossible. He believes it though. He believes every word he's saying. Let me say that before when you hear this, whatever it is, I haven't heard it, twaddle, remember, Carl totally believes it. Go on.
Right, so anyway, right, I think it's in LA this happened. Right.
I think. Why? What does he think?
So these people are in a restaurant having a lovely meal.
There's one of them short and hairy, but totally covered from top to bottom in a spacesuit, so he didn't know it was a monkey.
It's not one of the customers, one of the waiters?
So they're having a lovely dinner, probably one of the best sort of dinners they've had, right? Yeah. So the waiter comes over, and it's like, can we just say that I had a lovely meal and that?
Right, it's the chef.
Because it is.
So,
Can we see the chef?
Yeah.
So can we just, see the guy who cooked it?
Of course.
Yeah. Short fella, hairy.
So the
Wearing
waiter
a
said, to be honest, the waiter said, look, he's busy, he's got meals to cook and what have you. He hasn't really got time. I said, only take a minute. He said, no, I prefer,
So this is a restaurant in LA that serves brilliant food.
I'll pass your message on and what have you, right?
So he sends for Monkey Pierre
So
White.
it's a bit odd, anyway. So they go out, right? They go out to the car and they notice the kitchen door's open.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course they do, because they're going to discover something that I don't know.
So
they're going to discover. Just out of interest, where did this chef train before we see him or reveal, what he might